The Menzies Research Centre is going to put in place a library. I know, crazy idea, right? A library at Melbourne University, which, of course, you've previously told us, Nick, we could come and do a show down there. There'd be no opposition to it. Free speech is abounding. But, of course, academics, teachers and all the rest of it are throwing the toys out of the cot because, God forbid, that you had any sort of facility that was named after a Conservative leader. Rita, what exactly is their beef with this, but not the Confucius Institute?
Confucius Institute, buildings devoted to Gough Whitlam, they're all fine. But if you've got the Menzies Research Centre or Menzies Library, well, that's just outrageous because, you know, they might be having discussions or promoting attitudes that are at odds with our far leftist groupthink that has taken hold of that university. And it is just so toxic that they don't want to debate the ideas. They don't want to say we disagree with you and this is why we're right and you're wrong. They just want to shut it down. To have these academics and activists wanting to shut this centre down before it's even open just shows you what is happening at our university campuses, where the far left have completely hijacked the administration and that they seem to be calling the shots, and they feel quite entitled to intimidate anybody who doesn't share their worldview.
Yeah, so Nick, firstly, the yes-no. Do you support the Menzies Library coming to Melbourne University? Give me the yes-no, and then you can say what you want about Rita.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is a public library. It's a public museum. Of course, Robert Menzies, Australia's longest-serving Prime Minister, was a student at the university. He was a long-serving Chancellor of the university. Good. All his collection, his writings, his works are there. It's been now kept in this public library. So it's a great resource for all Australian people. I mean, this story in The Age is beat up, and really I think this institute's going to do important work in terms of digitising his work and also reaching out to other prime ministerial institutes and libraries around the country, like the Whitlam Institute, Curtin Institute, Hawke Institute, University of South Australia, of course the Curtin Institute at Curtin University. I mean, I think it's a great thing for Australia that we have these prime ministerial libraries. We celebrate the legacy of prime ministers, and whether they're Labor or Liberal, it's important we celebrate our history.
See, Rita, he's only saying that because he doesn't have to go to the staff cafeteria for 2 weeks.
No, what is a beat up here? What is a beat up here is you're beat up on the university. I mean, universities are places where there is very robust debate that goes on and a lot of diverse opinions.
Agree with me.
This is a tired, lazy trope that you roll out about university.
Your university is right now bullying and intimidating. I'm not talking about necessarily the administration, but certainly they're allowing it to happen. But there's academics and students, activists on campus who are intimidating an academic there, female, a feminist, who is just wanting to do research and be outspoken about women's rights. Holly Lawford-Smith, what she's been subjected to at Melbourne University is bloody shameful, and it shows what the climate is at our universities. Melbourne University is one of our great universities, and if it can happen there, you can be sure it's happening at other universities. It's not good enough. It's always in one direction, and it's always the lunatic left who are intolerant and can't deal with people who don't share their worldview. And you should be outspoken about it. You shouldn't be trying to cover it up and pretend it's not an issue, because you know very well it is an issue.
Deputy Mayor.
Well, what I can tell you is that there is a rainbow of views on every topic, including all the gender issues, which you take a great interest in, Rita. And in fact, we have a lot of people from the university that went on Rita and I's program all the time, because every angle is available and prosecuted there. And so I think we should do a show at the University of Melbourne. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I think that you would be pleasantly surprised by the diversity of views that exist in our universities.
Yeah. And would anyone throw an egg while I was walking into the building?